Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, family. We back. Hold on 1 second, family. Let me send out the alert. Can y'all hear me, family? Can the family hear me? Peace to all the guys in the building. Peace, family. Hold on 1 second. Make sure everything is straight. Send out the alert. Okay. Peace, family. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Y'all say y'all can hear me. Okay, good. We back with another Saturday Night Live. Where's all the family listening from tonight? Where's all the family listening from tonight? I don't want to be on here too long. Just want to check in. Peace, God. Peace. Where's all the family listening from tonight? You dig? West Palm Beach. Shout out to West Palm Beach. Shout out to Memphis. I gotta make my way back up to Memphis again. I love the vibe in Memphis. I love the energy in Memphis. You dig? Midwest. Shout out to the Midwest. Shout out to Dallas, Virginia, New Jersey, Texas. Shout out to Philly. Brothers and sisters down in Jacksonville, Florida, Central Florida. You dig? Shout out to all the family. Shout out to South Africa. That's another place I gotta make my way to. Shout out to Detroit, Virginia Beach. Shout out to all the family in the building. But with that being said, we want to chop up some good game with the family tonight. You dig? I want to talk about, of course, the transition of our brother Chadwick Boseman. Something that was very shocking. And something that we didn't expect. And let's get right into it, because like I said, I don't want to be on here too long tonight, but just wanted to chop it up with the family. I'm sure we all heard about our brother Chadwick Boseman. That's something that really, family, caught me off guard. That really hit me heavy, because I really wasn't expecting that. You see what I'm saying? That's something that was just so random. That's shout out to Louisiana. That was something that was just so random, family. You know what I'm saying? With our brother Chadwick Boseman, a good brother, man. That brother was a hell of an actor, too. Hell of an actor, you know what I'm saying? Played in a lot of classic films. Of course, we all know him for the Black Panther. But he played in a lot of classic films. You dig? Yeah, made his transition, man. That was tough. That was tough, and it was just so random, man. 2020 been one of them years, man, where it's making people really evaluate, what they doing with their life, man, because there's so many influential people who have passed away this year. So many people that a lot of people deem in a superhero type spotlight. With it being Kobe earlier this year, now Chadwick Boseman. So you know what I'm saying? It's been a heavy year on that sense. But that makes us think about family leaving our legacy. And that's something that I'm always pushing on the Voice of the Ancestors page. Family, you have to make sure that your legacy is intact. You have to make sure that your legacy is intact. You have to make sure spiritually you're leaving a good legacy as well. Spiritually, financially, everything. You have to make sure that you're leaving a good legacy. Our brother Chadwick Boseman left a great legacy spiritually. He provided, great imagery for many of our babies to grow up with. Black Panther is going to be a movie that, that's going to be showed years and years from now, decades and decades, centuries and centuries from now. Yeah, his energy won't die. God never dies. God never dies, man. This is why it's so important to keep good energy. It's so important to also have your legacy intact financially. Having your legacy intact financially. That's why every time I come on the live, I always encourage the family to have your multiple streams of income, be investing in stocks, be investing in insurance. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you have your legacy intact financially as well. That's very important. See, a lot of people, they meet untimely demises and they don't have their financial game together. They don't have their financial game together. They were bullshitting, or they didn't expect nothing to happen. They ain't even got no insurance. Now your kids are starving. Now they ain't even got enough money to bury you. I can't tell you how many people I've seen who, have a transition, and now they family got to do a GoFundMe in order to bury them. You see what I'm saying? We can't have that, family. You got to have your legacy intact. You know what I'm saying? Our brother was a writer. He had colon cancer for the last 4 years. I think they said he had it since 2016 he was diagnosed with it. I believe they said 2016, man. So why he did Black Panther, why he did many other movies, all the Avenger movies and Civil War, Marvel movies that really made him popular, He had colon cancer. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it puts a spotlight on this, family, and this is something else I want to talk about. It puts a spotlight on health, but health in the sense of not only what you're eating. Everybody in the community, we talk a lot about making sure our health is up to standards, basically from what we're eating, going vegan or working out. But also, an important part of health is getting your rest, family. You have to get your rest. You know, once I look at Chadwick Boseman, and I salute him for his hard work and dedication in the sense that he was still putting out movies during this time. But you know, we got to start getting our rest and taking our rest more serious too. A lot of the recovery that our body needs comes from just simply sleeping, getting that 8 hours, 9 hours of sleep a day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people, we have a serious problem, or one of the things we pride ourselves in is getting no sleep, and that's very harmful to the body. Not saying that was Chadwick Boseman's deal, but that's very harmful to the body. We gotta get our sleep. We gotta get our rest, family. You see what I'm saying? We gotta get our rest. And see, all that plays hand in hand. Gotta have your money together. Because see, a lot of people be working themselves to death because they ain't got no money. They gotta keep providing. This is why I push multiple streams of income and having your financial game in order. Because sometimes your body simply needs a rest. See, when you're dealing with cancer and things of that nature, terminal illnesses, you need to rest up. Your body is trying to fight this disease or this sickness. You gotta rest up, man. You gotta rest up, and that's not, like I say, I don't want anybody to take that. That's like a shot at Chadwick Boseman. It's not at all. I'm just speaking in general. A lot of us right now, because I know younger people in my generation. I'm part of the millennial generation. I'm 25 and under. You dig? A lot of us, we have this whole thing of, man, I don't get no sleep, man. We team no sleep over here. Man, I only need 4 hours of sleep a day. All right, that shit gonna catch up with you. Keep doing that. Your body hasn't had the proper amount of time to recover. Sleep deprivation is very dangerous. You see what I'm saying? When you're not getting the proper amount of sleep, a regular cold can turn into a flu. That flu can turn into you being dead. Yeah, we got this big thing in the black community. You know, black folks love to brag about, man, I don't get no sleep. I'm up all night. I'm team no sleep. I'm out here grinding. All right, you going to grind to an early grave. You better get your 8 hours. Stop trying to be a tough guy. Stop trying to be a so-called independent woman and you so tough and you can't get no sleep. Man, family, get your sleep. Get your rest in. Sleeping is part of health. Don't ever let nobody get you into the fact that, hey, man, you sleep too much. Man, I'm out here grinding. A lot of rappers be doing that. Yeah, a lot of rappers be doing that. That's why the rapper Rick Ross was having those seizures. He wasn't getting enough sleep. He was sleeping 2 hours a day. And then, not to mention, you sleeping 2 hours a day. Then you don't have the proper nutrition in your body. Then you out here in the streets, you doing all type of drugs. You drinking lean and stuff like that. That's harmful, family. That's harmful. So that's a big part of the game, family. You gotta get your rest. You gotta get your sleep. You know, that's something I think back on our brother Chadwick Boseman. I'm like, man, he was doing all these movies. You know, maybe if he had rested a little bit more, you know, maybe the brother would have been okay, or maybe he could have, you know, been able to control the colon cancer that he had. I believe they said he had it at stage 3, that it got worse and worse, but the brother was still out here grinding. He was still shooting movies, which is a testament of his character, because the brother didn't use it as an excuse or as a crutch, and I respect that. But I'm just speaking in general. A lot of us don't know when to sit the hell down and go to sleep and take a break. You see what I'm saying? You out here so money hungry that by the time you get the money, by the time you make the millions, that you done worked yourself into an early grave. Yeah, lean is, you don't know what lean is, Queen? Lean is basically, it's like it's a drink. It's like damn, I ain't never had no lean, but I know what the lean is. Lean is like it's like NyQuil and Sprite, and they mix it together. But it's like medicine inside a Sprite. It's a drink. It's a syrup, as they call it. It's a syrup, but it's very popular, especially in black culture. It's very popular, especially in black culture. But you know what I'm saying? That's something combined with you not getting the proper amount of sleep, combined with you not having a good nutritional diet. You got all these type of junks. You ate a 10-piece tonight. You on 2 hours of sleep, and you drinking lean. Y'all gotta stop that. Yeah, it's a drug. It's a drug. You right. Lean is a drug. Yeah, codeine syrup. They used to do it in high school. I used to watch people when I was in high school. They used to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? In the back of the class with the Sprite. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a drug, and it's very dangerous. Like I say, when you combine all these things, you can take something like a common cold and it turns into a flu. Then next thing you know, you're dead because your body didn't have that proper amount of rest in general. Man, you gotta take your health serious. Gotta take your health serious. Gotta start checking up on some of our people as well. You know, I remember when Chadwick came out a couple months ago when he was doing the Jackie Robinson thing. He was commemorating Jackie Robinson. The MLB was, honoring him. And our brother was looking kind of skinny and looking kind of slim. And a lot of people were like, "Hey, man, our brother looking kind of sickly." And I thought personally he was preparing for a role. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was preparing for a role or something like that. But turned out the brother had colon cancer, man. You dig? Yeah, the brother had colon cancer, man. So that's very sad. He said behind shout out to Brother Franz, behind the counter cough medicine. Yeah, man, that's big down here in Atlanta. I'm sure that's big all over, you know what I'm saying? I be in Mississippi a lot, got family in Mississippi, they lean over there too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think we lost is it Pimp C? We lost Pimp C to the lean. I think he overdosed on lean. So that's very popular in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne was having those seizures based on lean. He was drinking so much lean and then sleep deprivation. That's something that's very dangerous, man. Like I say, it's the little things, family. It's the little things. We got to stop getting in this mode where we so into getting money where we are deteriorating our health. You see what I'm saying? Just in general. Learn how to sit back and take a break. And that's why, like I say, I always preach multiple streams of income. You got to have multiple streams. You got to be able to tell your boss, I'm sick. I'm not doing that today. Do what you got to do, but I'm taking a break. You see what I'm saying? Because these folks don't care about you at the end of the day. They don't care about you at the end of the day. Now, I understand black folks, we got a chip on our shoulder. We be trying to grind and we sick and we still shoot movies. We still writing books. We still putting out documentaries. We still going live. We've been coughing and all this stuff, man. We got to stop that. We got to take care of our bodies first. And that comes with that mindset as well. We got to get out the instant gratification mindset. Be comfortable playing the long game, family. Be comfortable. The money ain't going nowhere. Take care of your body right now. Take a break. Take that week off that you need to take off. Make sure you go to the doctor, get your checkups, things of that nature. Don't keep putting that off. Your side been hurting for 3 months, but you still out here grinding. You still out here, man, I got to get to the paper, man. Shit, you only live once. All right, that YOLO shit. All right. You're going to be the early demise, family. I'm telling you. You got to get right. You got to get right. Yes, indeed. You said that I see the Kanye or Nick Cannon's doing an interview with Kanye. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Nick's page. You know, he's doing an interview with Kanye. I'm not really interested to hear what Kanye has to say. That's not something that I'm interested in. You know, I don't, you know, once people start cooning, I don't have time for them anymore. You know, because if you notice, it's a pattern with Kanye. Kanye says some coon shit. He disrespects the black community. Then all of a sudden, he's at Howard at a HBCU. He's performing, and now he's back. Kanye straight again, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then Kanye comes out, disrespect Queen Mother Harriet Tubman, and now all of a sudden, well, he's on Cannon's class. Now he's gonna, I guess, quote unquote, have a conscious conversation. Stop. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for your meltdowns. You see what I'm saying? I don't really care about what Kanye has to say. I don't fall for the whole Kanye thing. You dig? Yeah, and Nick, our brother Nick, shout out to Nick. You know, I'm not mad at Nick, you know, but Nick is trying to kind of work his way back into the black community. He had a couple rabbis on there, had a couple priests on there. But our brother Nick is trying to work his way back into the black living room again. So now I guess he's got Kanye and he's going to try to ease that consciousness back into there. You dig? Yeah. That whole thing that I get some rest when I'm dead, your ass gonna be dead too. Keep playing with that shit. Keep playing with that. You dig? I make sure I get my full 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night, family. And I don't let nobody, I work hard. When I'm up, I'm working hard. But when it's time to sleep, I make sure that my body gets its rest. You see what I'm saying? Definitely, especially if I know that my diet's been off for the past day or two. I've been eating hot wings and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna make sure I at least get my rest. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's about balance at the end of the day. We gotta stop that whole thing where we just working like a slave all the time. That's that slave mentality. We can't stop working. Sit your ass down sometime. You gotta do that, man. Sit down sometime, bro. You gotta get out that slave mentality, man. I remember brothers when I used to be playing football, man. Dudes be out there, leg damn near broke. They still out there, man. I gotta make it. Gotta make it to the league. This all I got. Sit your ass down somewhere, man. This ain't all you got. But it's gonna be all you have because your ass gonna be dead. You out here crippled now when you 40 because you wouldn't sit down and take that one game off back in college. And now you done tore your ACL, tore your meniscus, tore all this type of stuff. Learn how to chill and be real sometime, man. Get your rest. Get your health together, family. Yeah. I work at night. I do most of my work at night. But like I said, I'm gonna get my 8 to 9 sleep, 9 hours of sleep every night. That's very important. Shout out to Misi. Ask Misi. Misi, no shit. I be up to what 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But I ain't gonna get up to about 8, 3. Well, I'm gonna get up. Well, let me see, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I don't be. Oh man, shit. I went to sleep at 7, but I'm finna wake up at 10 again. No. I play the long game, family. I play the long game. Be patient. Everything in this world gonna gravitate towards you. You just gotta be patient, family. Take it one day at a time. Be balanced. Take care of your body. Take care of your health. You the only thing that can stop you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, college, man. Shit, college is a fucking slave plantation, man. Especially if you playing any type of sports. Man, they be brothers in there getting shots. They be getting them cortisone shots so they can play with fucking torn rotator cuffs. They were trying to get me to do that in college at Jacksonville State. I tore my ACL. They were talking about you can come back in 4 months. Nigga, when? How I'm gonna do that? They were talking about giving me shots and this and that and oh, you don't have to get surgery. I'm not finna play on no torn ACL, bro. You know what I'm saying? They trying to rush you back. Like I said, that's that slave mentality. But we just gonna work ourselves into the ground. We just gonna work. We gotta stop that, black folks. Be cool, bro. Everything gonna come to you. Make sure you stay steady. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay steady, man. You say you see the guy from Jeopardy still alive with cancer. Yeah, man, a lot of people have cancer and they go on 30, 40 years. But you got to take a break. And again, I'm not saying that's what happened to our brother Chadwick Boseman. Like, oh, if he had took a break, he would still be alive. I would never say that. I'm just speaking in general. Things we can learn from this brother's demise. A lot of us, we push ourselves so hard that we work ourselves into an early grave. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of times, if we just sit back and take a breather, you know what I'm saying? Let our body recover. Let's get over that cold. Don't do any more marketing. Don't do any more business till you get over this cold. Take that 2 or 3 days. Lay in the bed. Rest up. Get you some soup. Get you some herbs. And just chill and be real. And get back on your feet. You can come back 100%. Instead of just trying to work through the nagging pains. And now that little nagging pain then turned into something more serious. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying basically at the end of the day. Yeah, because people do all type of stuff with cancer. You know what I'm saying? But that stuff has to be maintained. And our brother Chadwick Boseman, he's a person who plays in action movies. So he's probably really working. You remember, he's playing the Black Panther. He's got to be in incredible shape. He's probably waking up 5:30 in the morning, running and exercising and working himself from sun up to sundown. You see what I'm saying? They just put out the movie The Five Bloods. I'm sure they were shooting on that earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? And now here he is a couple months later. The brother's gone. You know, sometimes you just gotta rest, family. You gotta rest, man. And like I said again, because I don't want nobody to chop up these clips and say, oh, Chase saying if he had arrested, he'd be alive. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking in general, family. I'm just speaking in general. Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Absolutely. Yeah, man. That's an old school mentality that black folks got. That old school mentality. You know, I got grandfathers who were out there working. They were sharecropping in Mississippi at like 8, 9 years old. All they know is work. You don't ever go see the doctor unless Shit, I know my grandfather. You used to have to. His arm would have to be broke for you to go for him to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Can't work yourself into an early grave, family. You gotta rest, man. And I understand that you, as a black person, as a black man, as a black woman, you got this chip on your shoulder. You going after it every day, but you gotta chill and be real, man. You gotta play the long game at the end of the day. You said, I think for him, his days were limited, so he wanted to do enough. Yeah, and that's possible. That's possible. Like I say, I don't know the severity of it. I don't know if they had told him, hey, listen, this is terminal. You got 6 months to live, or X, Y, and Z, and he just made the best of it. I don't know, but I'm just speaking in general. I know a lot of black people who they suffer from things they suffer things right now that could have been prevented just from getting enough rest, from maybe going to the doctor 3 or 4 more times. You see what I'm saying? Or just sitting back, taking a break, and then you drive yourself. Mental health is a big thing. You never taking a break. Your mind is always running. Your mind is always spinning. That's why a lot of people can't sleep. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people can't sleep because they can't get out of their mind to go to sleep. You dig? So that's a big thing, man. That's a big thing at the end of the day. But like I say, man, may our brother Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in power. You know, our brother left a great legacy for us. You know, he's somebody that is gonna inspire the minds of our children for many, many years to come. With his Black Panthers film, did an excellent job representing our ancestors. You know, this the page, this Voice of the Ancestors. Did an excellent job representing our ancestors. Played James Brown, played Jackie Robinson, you know, and many others. Played Thurgood Marshall, you know, and many others, like I say. But may the brother rest in power. Yeah, may he rest in power. You dig? And two, let me talk about this to as a little side note, because, you know, when we talk about legacy, family, is, you know, the importance of leaving a legacy is very important in times like this. When you're in times of war, it's very important to leave a powerful legacy. And obviously, we're in times of war with what happened with our brother Jacob Blake over in Kenosha. You know, again, shot 7 times in the back by police officers. By the way, earlier this week, they had him handcuffed to the bed like he's a criminal. You know what I'm saying? The brother's paralyzed. Like, what is the brother going to do? He's paralyzed. He's going to get up and walk out the hospital bed and run away? He's paralyzed. Why you got him handcuffed to the bed? You know, this is why it's important to leave a legacy, because legacies, they're great teaching tools for the generation to come. Great teaching tools for the generation to come. And once you leave a legacy, family, you never die. Nipsey left a legacy. Nipsey would never die. Malcolm left a legacy. Malcolm would never die. You see what I'm saying? Our brother Chadwick Boseman left a great legacy on the big screen. He would never die. You see what I'm saying? In times of war, you have to leave a powerful legacy, because that energy, family, is contagious. That energy is contagious. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of revolutionary young actors that's going to look up to that brother and be empowered by that brother in the films that he left. You see what I'm saying? Because the white supremacists are still on cold. Let me show you something real quick, family. You know, because we're speaking about Kenosha and things of that nature. I want to show you some stuff real quick. Now, this is, the New York Post put this up the other day. And this is what I'm talking about. You know, we got to start having that warrior energy. We got to start being on code. The New York Post put this up the other day. And it says Jacob Blake had a knife when the cops shot him. This is the New York Post. Jacob Blake had a knife when the cops shot him. Now, the same New York Post the other day put up this. Suspect teen gunman Rittenhouse, Kyle Rittenhouse, spotted cleaning Kenosha graffiti before shooting. So it's this white savior type thing. When it comes to white supremacists, teen white supremacists, oh, he was seen cleaning graffiti up off the wall. That's the story the New York Post wants to run. Okay? But when it's our brother Jacob Blake, he had a knife basically justifying the shooting that happened to him. Basically justifying him getting shot 7 times. And by the way, family, the knife wasn't discovered until after the shooting. It wasn't like the knife was visible. It wasn't like the cops saw the knife and then they shot him. You dig? But that's the con game they run. See, we got to be on code. We got to honor warrior brothers. You see what I'm saying? We in times of war. Legacy is important in times of war, family. Because we got to honor the ancestors that came before us that left a powerful legacy over in Kenosha. And we got to get out the legacy of symbolism. See, the legacy of symbolism is what gets many of our brothers and sisters killed. And that's what creates no change. We got to get out this legacy of symbolism, family. Now, the other day, and speaking of legacy of symbolism, the other day the NBA, some of the NBA players decided to boycott. And I knew the boycott wasn't going to last long, but I at least was betting on a week. I said they're going to at least sit out a week. You know, they're mad, they're upset. They're going to at least sit out a week to, you know, send a message to kind of mess up some dollars. Family, the brothers in the NBA set out 2 days. 2 days. Now, I'm not mad at the brothers, but I'm disappointed. I can expect more from them. I would expect more from them. You see what I'm saying? Now we learned a long time ago, celebrities and entertainers and sports figures, they aren't our leaders. We have no leaders in general. But we got to start requiring a better legacy out of people in influential positions. A 2-day boycott, family, I don't know what that did. What was the 2-day boycott for? You did? Can anybody tell me that the NBA did a little 2-day boycott? That was a rest for the players, family. That was a rest for the players. All that was about was those players getting some rest. They were tired and they needed some rest. That's what it seemed like that was about. 2 days. Yeah, you know, the owners are going to dangle those carrots. Somebody said the owners dangled the carrots in front of them. That might be what it is. But 2-day boycott? What was done in that 2-day boycott? See, that's what I'm talking about. We have to leave a real legacy, not a legacy of symbolism. We got symbolism already. See, a lot of us think that in order to leave a legacy, we got to repeat what the ancestors did. Our ancestors gave us symbolism. Shout out to the ancestors. Many of our ancestors, they fought and died so we can get into positions of power. Not have any real power, but get into positions of power. So we might see a black president. So we might see a black woman as vice president. You did? So we might see a black mayor or things of that nature. But now it's time to take that symbolism and turn it into tangibles. The NBA, brothers like LeBron, and I wanna talk to those brothers real quick, and they'll probably never hear my message. It's only 31 people in here watching right now. They'll probably never hear the message, but maybe one day they will. Because LeBron reached out to Obama for advice, and Obama told him to play. You know, Obama told him to play. And it's some of that whole thing where Obama will make them play, but make them vote. It's some of that crap. You know, play and vote. The real change gonna come through the power of vote. It's that type of stuff. And see, I want to challenge brothers and sisters like LeBron and you know, other influential people. Let's get some ownership. You have enough money. What's stopping our black brothers and sisters, our black brothers especially in the NBA, what's stopping them from getting their own league? Yeah, but yeah, Obama came out. Obama gave them the advice to play. They called Obama on Wednesday, and Obama told them to play. So they started back playing. What's stopping our brothers for starting their own league? I would really like to know that. What's stopping them from starting their own league? You see what I'm saying? You got LeBron, you got James Harden, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Steph Curry. All the big-time superstars in the NBA are black. This is who fills up the arenas. This is why TV networks get contracts with the NBA, to see these black players go out there and do what they were doing. You see what I'm saying? Do what they were born to do, as they like to say. What's stopping them? If you're the main attraction, what's stopping you from getting their own league? And it goes back to that S word again, symbolism. A lot of us don't want to break away from white mommy and white daddy. The NBA, that brand name, having white folks behind you, that's what many of us aspire to do. And I'm not saying that's brothers in the NBA, but I'm saying they might not even know that. It's symbolic. What's stopping them? Right now, if you watch the NBA right now, they're playing in a gym in Orlando. It's nobody there. All they got is a court and 2 goals. What's stopping these brothers? LeBron is he's damn near a billionaire. All these brothers are multi-millionaires who can buy their gym 3-4 times over again. What's stopping them from getting a court and 2 goals? I would love for somebody to tell me that. Finish out your contract and start your own league, brothers. Economic empowerment. Show them we ain't playing. We gonna get ownership now. We gonna get ownership now. No more symbolism. No more we're not leaving a legacy of symbolism anymore. Tangible items that we can grasp. You see what I'm saying? That we can build on. You see what I'm saying? Okay, our ancestors, they went through all that for a black coach. We got a black coach now. But now we got a black-owned league. That's our job. As this generation, we like to repeat the same damn thing our ancestors were doing. Our ancestors, they were boycotting. They were saying get the right to vote, so we gotta vote. No, obviously after 60 years, voting has not worked to the level it's supposed to work because we're still dealing with the same thing our ancestors were dealing with. So you saying now the NBA is saying, okay, we're gonna play, but we're gonna turn the NBA center into a voting center as well. Oh, so damn, now I can watch basketball and register to vote? Whoosh! That's revolutionary right there. Stop. That's just revolutionary right there. You did? Now I can watch LeBron dunk the basketball and vote? Come on, family. Come on, family, at the end of the day. What is that? That's symbolism. That's symbolism. Hold on, family. Is the thing froze? Can y'all see me, family? Oh, damn. Is the thing froze? Can y'all hear me, family? Can y'all hear me, family? Is the thing... Okay, peace, family. Yeah, Instagram threw me off the live again. Instagram threw me off the live again. Can y'all hear me, family? Yeah, I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. This is why, family, I want, can't wait. Can y'all hear me? Make sure everything's solid real quick. Yeah, they do that all the time. Just throw me off the line. All of a sudden the live ain't working, and it just throws me off. And then when I keep trying to go live, then it won't let me log off. I have to uninstall the app and do everything else, install the app again, and all that type of crap. Yeah, I ain't gonna be on it too much longer. This is why I always tell the family, please take a few seconds once you get off of here, and go subscribe to my YouTube page. I really want to start going live on YouTube because Instagram they always messing with my lives, and I ain't got time for it no more. So go subscribe to my YouTube page, Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Starting next week, I'm going to start going live on the YouTube. I'm going to start going live on the YouTube starting next week. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Voice of the Ancestors Chase. I got an iPhone. Now, I'm on an iPhone, so it ain't no Android. I'm on an iPhone. You dig? Yeah, I'm on an iPhone, so this is just straight Instagram. I'm on a iPhone, family. So, like I say, that's just something they do all the time. They always kick me out the live. Every time I get going, it's never about 20, 30 minutes into the live, and they kick me off. But no worry about it again. You know, it's just time to make the transition. We ain't going to cry. We ain't going to complain. Just time to make the transition. But like I said, I believe I was talking about the NBA players. I don't know what part it froze up at. Yeah, I don't know what part it froze up at. But, you know, I was talking about the NBA players and what's preventing them from having their own league. We cannot get into this whole thing where we're starting to leave a legacy of symbolism, where we're just doing things for symbolic nature of it, the symbolic gesture of it. You see what I'm saying? We're not really trying to take a real stand. We're not really trying to create real change. We're just trying to repeat what the ancestors did. You dig? We're just trying to repeat what the ancestors did. Yeah, and Obama told them to continue to play, but tied into some type of voting. Like, that's creating real change. And that's the whole thing. Voting is the end game for black people, and we got to get out of that. We got to get out of that. That's why we need some better advisors for these NBA players. Because I would have told them, start your own league. Okay, you really want change? Put your money where your mouth is. Start your own league. You can do it. Nobody, I've never seen one person, white, black, Arab, Chinese, anybody, nobody comes to the game to see what the owners of the NBA teams are doing. They come for the players. You have all the control. You have all the control. Start your own league. Hell, you down there in Orlando now, they got them playing in a damn bubble. Got them playing in a gym with no people in there, no nothing. It's just a court and 2 goals. Go buy you a damn gym, get you a court and 2 goals. And then you can negotiate the TV contracts by yourself. You got all the power. LeBron James got 50 million Instagram followers. James Harden got 20 million Instagram followers. Steph Curry got another 50 million. Y'all got 1 billion people between all the black players in the league, which the league is, what, 90% black? Between all the black players in the league, they got billions of fans who will go wherever they go. You see what I'm saying? What TV company would give you a contract for that? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, get your own league. Get your own league. Everybody say that's not that easy. Nothing's that easy. Getting shot by the cops is not that easy. Revolution is not easy. But the making up your mindset is easy. When you make up and have a revolutionary mindset and say by any means necessary, that is easy. That's just a matter of mindset. The rest gonna fall into place. Hell, making the NBA ain't easy. NBA players shouldn't be talking about anything, man, that's hard. Shit, making the NBA is hard. Getting your own league ain't no harder than making the NBA. What they say about half of 1% of all basketball players make the NBA? Hell, that's hard. I don't want to hear no NBA player talking about it's hard to get your own league. It's hard to make it to the NBA, but yet you found a way to make it to the NBA. You dig? You found a way to make it to the NBA. We find a way to do whatever it is necessary. We find a way to turn our food stamps, trade our food stamps in for money to get that Gucci belt. But then, hey man, you need to invest in stocks. Hey man, that shit hard, man. Look at them charts, man. Look at them charts. Man, how you be looking at them charts? They ain't no harder than you, Anton, trading in your food stamps and going around trying to get money for them so you can buy that Gucci belt. Niggas are trading their food stamps, take MARTA across town, go all the way to Lenox to get a Gucci belt. But you tell them to invest. Hey man, you need to start investing in stocks. Doing it, man. I don't know how to do that shit, man. That shit hard. You see what I'm saying? It's a mindset thing. We got to just get into the right mindset. And that was a great question. Shout out to that queen. That was a great question because a lot of people have that mindset, man. Creating your own league, it ain't that simple now. Shit, going to the league ain't that simple. Shit, it's a lot of talented players. I thought I was going to go play in the NFL. You see what I'm saying? I like to consider myself a good football player coming out of high school. But then you got hurt, then injuries. Then you got 1,000 other people who play the same position you do. And you trying to make the league over them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they didn't got rid of the hard part. Now it's just a matter of mindset. Getting your mind right. Are you going to have a by any means necessary mindset? Or are you going to have a symbolism mindset? Well, we don't want to really... Because at the end of the day, all that too really is about making white folks mad. A lot of black players don't want to make white folks mad. Well, if we lead a league and we try to get our own league, they going to say that's reverse racism. I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Can't worry about all that. Can't worry about all that. Yeah. Let me answer some questions though. Let me answer some questions at the end of the day. But like I say, today's topic, and like I say, I'm gonna put up all the previous lives. I'm gonna put those up on my YouTube page, Voice of the Ancestor Chase. Yeah, man, everything is about symbolism. We gotta get out that mindset. We got to get out that mindset and leave a tangible legacy. Things that you can see. When I made my transition, because we all going to die one day. We all going to die. It's no way around that. When I made my transition, I want you to look up and say, that's the bank that Chase built. He gave us a black-owned bank. That's something tangible. A place that we can go put our money, and then they reciprocate that money back into the community and build black businesses and give black business loans. You see what I'm saying? I want you to say, damn, Chase had all that knowledge and wisdom, but he shared that with us and he put it in book format. Because I have 2 books. Because it's an old African proverb. We got to get out this. It's an old African proverb that says when an elder dies, a library burns down. because those elders didn't write down anything. It was more oral tradition. So once the elder dies, you ain't got the knowledge no more. You see what I'm saying? We got to start leaving tangible things behind. LeBron wants to make a huge impact, and he's a revolutionary in his own right. And salute to LeBron. Look, again, this is not a bashing them or anything like that. This is just saying, hey man, y'all can do more. You have a lot of money, you can do more. You see what I'm saying? LeBron, you want to take it to the next level, you want to really, really be a legend, create your own league. I'll watch it. Hell, we watch you play anyway. We watching you. We coming to watch the players. We ain't coming to watch the owners. I give a damn if you got a NBA sign on your shorts or LAB sign or whatever you want to call your league. You see what I'm saying? The hoodlum ballers, call it whatever you want to. I'll watch it because I came to see the players play. That's real power. And we got to get in that mindset. We have always been the power. You say, yeah, we are not dying to live, we're living to die. Yeah, that's the whole mindset about it. You know what I'm saying? We got to get right. But my fault, family. Put your questions back below. I didn't see the questions. Put your questions back below. Yeah, Nike will endorse it. Everybody will endorse it. We got the power. They don't have no choice. Hell, Nike make all their money off black athletes. They ain't got no choice but to endorse it. If you go start your own league, what they gonna terminate LeBron's contract? They gonna stop supporting Steph Curry and all these other players? Places like Adidas and Under Armour. Hell, they make a living off black folks. They make a living off black folks. You see what I'm saying? Remember, when Jordan signed with Nike, nobody wore Nikes like that. The big company, actually, NBA-wise, was Converse. Everybody was signed with Converse. And then Michael Jordan signed with Nike, and he brought a whole wave. He started a whole culture over at Nike. We got the power. You see what I'm saying? Jordan started all of that. You dig? Remember, Adidas really got popping within the urban community when Run DMC and them started wearing the shell-toe Adidas. We put everybody on. We can put ourselves on. We can create our own shoe company and everything, own league, everything. You dig? We can do all that. We can do all that. Yeah, somebody said if our life don't matter, why does our vote matter? Exactly. If they got a problem with Black Lives Matter saying that quote, and I don't support the organization Black Lives Matter, but I understand the principle of what people are saying. You see what I'm saying? But people are so dying out here to vote. People love symbolism. And we love selective ancestor worship. But I'm going to talk about that. I'll probably talk about that next week because I got to do a whole show on that selective ancestor worship. The fact that many of us, we will honor what the ancestors say or do when it comes to voting, when it comes to marching, when it comes to integration, when it comes to getting a seat at the table. Oh, we honor the ancestors then. But when your ancestors like Dessalines said, eye for an eye. Oh Lord, no, you ain't gonna honor that. You ain't gonna honor that. Then the ancestors, man, well, they came from a different time, and I think it's time for us to progress, and things aren't like they used to be. You start with the coon talk. Niggas start with the coon talk. It's selective ancestor worship. You dig? Your ancestors like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was clearly about black empowerment. When he says separation and get your own, oh no, you can't honor that then. But when somebody say, vote, Lord Jesus, your ancestor died for me to vote. I got to do this for the ancestors. Stop. Like I say, but that's a whole live in its own right. That's a whole live in its own right. Yeah, Nike was garbage before Jordan, man. Nike was garbage before Jordan. Nobody wore no Nikes. Jordan got them popping. And now everybody signed with Nike. They always do that. And plenty other things. Even if you look, just taking outside the shoe brand, if you go look back at Marvel, back at Marvel comic book series. Remember Marvel in the early 2000s, dude, they were struggling. They were finna shut down. Blade saved them with Wesley Snipes. The Blade franchise. Black people came out in record numbers to see Wesley Snipes chop up some vampires. You see what I'm saying? That saved Marvel. We always been a pillar. We've always had the juice whenever they need something. They go get it to black folks. Look at all those black exploitation movies. That was carrying in a lot of these Hollywood industries for a long time. Yeah. Cleopatra, all those black exploitation movies. All those people, we broke in the Chinese audience with the Kung Fu, those Bruce Lee movies. Those were Negroes supporting that early on. You see what I'm saying? We were the ones watching all them Kung Fu movies and all that. You did. We always been the juice for everybody else. Now it's time for us to be the owners, man. And now it's time for us to be the owners. Yeah, man. They gotta get right. You got too much money. You can do so much more. Yeah, shout out to Ice Cube. Ice Cube has his own league. Shout out to the Big Three. I think so too. Somebody said the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has to be one of the most unappreciated black men in history. He has to be. He has to be. And I'm not even part of the Nation of Islam. I'm just speaking from a brother outside the nation. When we look back at what that brother did, and a lot of times he gets clouded because, you know, the fraction or the relationship he had with Malcolm towards Malcolm's death. You know what I'm saying? But when we look at what that brother was building, the Nation of Islam family in the 60s had their own grocery stores. They had everything. They had their own banks, own businesses. They were literally self-sufficient. They had their own clothing stores. If they didn't want to buy anything from white people, they didn't have to buy anything. I think they even had gas stations. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had airplanes. They had everything. You see what I'm saying? They had everything. Their own farms. They had land. They had their own schools to educate their children. Give credit where credit is due. Even if you don't like the nation, give credit where credit is due. You see what I'm saying? Give credit where credit is due. Yeah, I think he's one of the most unappreciated black men in history as well, though. Where did you graduate from? I graduated from Jacksonville State University. I graduated from Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville, Alabama. Yeah, when they get exactly. When they get something, we can't work there though. They get a little corner store, we put all these folks on, and then turns out they got discrimination lawsuits. You see what I'm saying? And that's all the way through. That ain't just with fashion or sports. That's with financial companies like J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan was one of those companies built off slavery as well. But then it turns out they're economically redlining black people. You know, it's just the old con game. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to keep begging for certain stuff when we hold all the power. We hold all the juice. We hold all the juice. You see what I'm saying? Anything we do, we make popping. These companies will not be able to survive without the lightness of black folks. That's how they got put on. And because we're so friendly and so open with our kindness, they take advantage of it. We don't ever say, man, is this business black owned? Now, if it's black owned, we'll probably support it. We'll say, okay, cool. But we don't ask. We don't go into the Chinese shop that's selling us chopped up cats from the back of the damn store. We don't say, hey man, what are y'all doing for the black community? We don't never do that. Hey, we don't never walk in their store and say, man, why don't I see any black people working in here? Do y'all hire black people? We don't never ask them questions. We're open to everybody. Open to everybody. They don't do the same with us. Try to put a black business in Chinatown. Try to put a black business in Chinatown. They'll get you up out there one way or another. They'll get on them politicians. Whoa, this is a sacred landmark. This is a historical area. We can't have anything other than Chinese businesses. And if you still are able to go in there, then they'll get their street element to get you up out of there. The Yakuzas and all them type of Chinese Asian gangs. They'll get you up out of there one way or another. You dig? Yeah, man. They always use, like I say, I like it. Stanley, like I said, that whole, even DC Marvel Comics, that's the old Orishas, and I talked about that over and over again. I talked about that in my book. That's why you need to go get Voice of the Ancestors Volume 2. The link is in the bio. And Volume 1, by the way. You need to get the book series, but they always use our likeness. Superheroes, that comes out of ancient Africa. That's nothing new. Nothing new. Whether it's the Orisha, whether it's Ogun who turned into Logan, whether it's Obatala who turned into Professor Charles. You see what I'm saying? Shango, who turned into Thor, who they use as Thor in the movies. Even outside of that, just actual real life people. You know, Stan Lee already said that Professor Charles and Magneto was modeled after Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They always use our stuff. Always use our stuff. You dig? Even going back to the Benin Empire, where in Benin you had the Dahomey Minos, meaning our mothers. This was the first and only all-women army in the world. That's where they got the Wonder Woman character from. Wonder Woman and her Amazons. They called those women the Amazons in Benin. They've always stolen stuff from us. This is why it goes back to this. We got the juice. And when you settle for a 2-day boycott in voting, you're going to turn the NBA arena into a voting arena. Dude, you're selling yourself short. That's what I really want the players to see. You are selling yourself short. Now I understand, like you say, it ain't just, hey man, I come up with a lead tomorrow. But you can do it. We've always had the juice, man. We've always had the juice. We can start whatever we want to start, and we can make it poppin'. Just like our ancestors always did. We can make it poppin'. You remember you had Black Wall Streets everywhere. You did. White corporations is making money. Yeah, Black Lives Matter is a political organization now. They're just using that as a political tool. You know, and Black Lives Matter, if you go to their website, they'll tell you that they won't say anything about black men. They're an LGBT feminist movement. That's it. They're about LGBT and feminists. That's it. That's all that is. And remember, they get money from George Zorro. At the end of the day, a white man. So, you know, we know how that's rocking. We know how that's rocking at the end of the day. Yeah, Camaro, dude, it's so many hidden black figures. And this is why I would love to mentor young athletes, so when they get to the next level, they understand their true power. They understand their true power. Just look at all the black players in the NCAA, in football, in basketball, who are making all this money for rich white folks. And the crazy thing about the NCAA, they got these college kids making all this money for them, and they a non-profit, which means they don't even pay taxes. They don't even pay taxes on it. Crazy. And then they convince Negroes that, well, I gave you a free education. An education that ain't about nothing. Because I don't think y'all checked. Last time I checked, family, a damn degree don't really get you nothing nowadays. Everybody got a degree. So that's a jug. That's what we like to call in my neighborhood a jug. I'm giving you everything and you give me back nothing. That's a scam. You dig? That's a scam. So we got to start talking to these young athletes. Let them know their power. Hell, if you going to get scammed, you might as well let a HBCU scam you. You might as well go to a HBCU. Brother, if you doing 1 year and you done, you might as well go to a HBCU. Let the money get generated. Go to that HBCU, which is desperately in need of money. And then you go to the NBA and get your bag. You dig? So much stuff, man. So much stuff. I'm going to talk about that in volume 3 as well. The power of the athlete. Yep, we got to watch where we spend our money as well. Got to watch where we spend our money as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they try that people of color type stuff. Yeah. That's an old con game, too. You know, the people of color. Then when we finally make them do something, or they'll say, you know what, we're going to give, because the NBA players boycotted, and we'll give them minority business loans. But then the minority crew would be white Hispanics. It'd be hella white Hispanics. It'd be the Chinese community. It'd be Arabs. And then they might get like 5% to some Negroes. And those Negroes probably out here cooning. You dig? So like I say, it's a con game, man. We got to get our own. It's about ownership. That's what I would love to see NBA players do. Because everybody has the role to play in this war. Yeah, you said you got a Chinese restaurant that has a few black people working in it. Yeah. Very few. But they're going to make sure they own it now. And it's going to be very few. You dig? It's going to be very few. Enough for the minority quota. You dig? Enough for the black quota. And only in the Chinese restaurants you see black people working in them, it's damn near in an all-black neighborhood. So they really ain't got no choice. They really ain't got no choice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, put your questions below. I'm gonna be on here about 10, 15 more minutes. Put your questions below because I got some other stuff I gotta do. Absolutely. Shout out to our queens. You know what I'm saying? We about black empowerment. Black empowerment includes black women. Black empowerment includes black women. So shout out to the queens. You said, how come I'm trying to buy Voice of the Ancestors on Amazon and it's not letting me? I have no idea, God. You gotta probably try to get it from my website. Get it from my website. Are you trying to buy the paperback? If you're trying to buy the paperback, just get it from me. Because I'll sign it and everything for you. I'll sign it and everything for you. I got some books going out next week anyway, so I'll just throw your order in there anyway. There it is. So get it from my website. And the website you can find at the link is in my bio. And shout out to all the family who's been supporting the Voice of the Ancestors brand. Shout out to that. We got some more stuff coming soon. The women leadership is non-existent. They're listening to Cardi and Megan talking about sexual liberation. Yeah, you know, that's the women they prop up. We got some rider queens in our community. But unfortunately, they don't get the same spotlight as the Cardi B's and as the Megan Thee Stallions. You see what I'm saying? They don't get the same spotlight, and that's where, brothers, we got to come in and we got to start holding our queens to a new standard, and vice versa. Queens, we need you to hold brothers to a new standard. We got to make it where it's not desirable for you to have your coochie popping all over the internet. That's not desirable. If you want a husband, if you want a brother who riding for you, then you will act a certain way. Put it like that. And vice versa. If you a queen, you got to make it with brothers. Hey, brother, you got to have your financial game in order. Hey, brother, you got to have knowledge of self. You see what I'm saying? You can't be out here doing drugs. I need to know your game plan. We got to start holding brothers to a higher standard as well as our queens. You see what I'm saying? That way, people who are not up to that standard, they don't even get promoted because that's not what's cool to do. We got to make it cool to be conscious, cool to be financially stable, cool to have a real black agenda, a tangible black agenda. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. So do you feel your college degree was useless? Absolutely. College, family, I always tell people, if you're going to college, family, for my young brothers and sisters, you might just be coming out of high school. Take it from somebody who just graduated about 2 years ago. College is useless unless you're going to be a nurse. Now, if you're going to be a nurse, you're going to have a hot-paying job just like that. Cool. Go ahead and be a nurse. But still, even if you're going to be a nurse, still have alternative streams of income because, again, I talked about in my last slide before they cut it off, working yourself to death. They work the hell out of nurses. Nurses work 12 hours a day. So, yeah, they getting paid, but they work. So you still want to have multiple streams of income. In college, you want to work on your entrepreneurship. So if you're going to be a nurse, if you're going to anything pretty much in technology, like you're going to do computer science, go do that. That's a good way to get a degree in computer science. You can go anywhere in the country, have a nice $70,000, $80,000 job easily. In about 4 or 5 years, you'll be making $100,000, 6 figures. That's what I originally went to school for. I originally went to school for computer science, but I was playing football too. I was on the football team. Our football team was like the #1 team in the nation at the time. Jacksonville State Division I AA. We went to the national championship and everything. So it was a real football school. I didn't have time to do computer science and do football, so I chose football at the time. You see what I'm saying? I chose football, so I changed my major to something that was less demanding, so I majored in economics. Which was still demanding, but I was more naturally gifted in business, so I didn't have to study as much because I knew a lot of stuff going in because I was already investing in stocks and things of that nature when I was like 18, 19. So I already knew that type of stuff. But like I say, if you ain't going computer science, nursing, what's something else? Anything in a medical field or something like that, or that has to deal with technology, working on cars and things like that, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go to school and major in liberal arts, gothic arts. Fam, that's a waste of money. That's a waste of money. You did? Don't go to school and major in business communication. Start you a business and be the communicator of that business. Plain and simple. I'm going to save you $100,000 right there. And then once you go to school, you'll find that many of these professors ain't never had no business. They don't know nothing anyway. They live in paycheck to paycheck. You're going to be a finance teacher and you got bad financial habits. You in debt. That don't even make sense, family. That don't even make sense. So if I were you, I would more so acquire skills. I would more so acquire skills. So if you a brother, you don't really know what you're doing, go get a trade right now. Go become become an electrician or a mechanic or things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Or just go get a basic job that you can get out of high school until you get the right mindset where, okay, I know what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I know what I want to do. One of the best things I did in college, every summer in college, I worked at Walmart. Didn't like it. It was a straight slave plantation, but it showed me how to manage money. It showed me, I saw people in there who were 60 years old who've been working at Walmart 40 years. And I said, okay, I don't want that. I got to get my own products. You see what I'm saying? I got to start investing in stocks. I got to have my money working for me. See, that's one thing about that plantation. That plantation will show you don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the corporate plantation. So that's what you can do. Stack money. But if you going to college, you don't really know what you want to do. Or you going to college, you major in Gothic arts or liberal arts, and not just picking on the arts people, but anything. Business. It sounds good, but it's nothing. It's not going to get you anything unless you're plugged in like that. College really just about connections. If you go get connections, make sure you link up with certain people. Keep in contact. Start building your brand. Building your base. Utilize the hell out of the college. One of the best things I did in college, family, was our college, Jacksonville State, had the biggest library in Alabama. Guess where your boy was each and every day? They like, hey man, how you be knowing all this knowledge and information? We got the biggest library in the state of Alabama. I was reading Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark. You see what I'm saying? Wade Nobles. All these people, I was reading them. Anthony Browder. They had all their books. So I was studying. I was registering that knowledge and the information. And then at the end of the day, I had started reading for about a year. And I said, I want to write my own book. More people should know what I know. So I utilized the resources. But shit, I didn't have to spend, I shouldn't have spent 90 grand to go use the library. The library was free to use. Anybody off the street can use the library. You know what I'm saying, family? So like I say, at the end of the day, man, we gotta be careful, man. We gotta be careful with the whole college thing. That's more of that symbolism that we talk about, like voting. That's more symbolism. It sounds good to say I went to college, I got a college degree, but when you come out, people with college degrees working at Walmart, and they still got to pay Sally Mae $90,000. You know what I'm saying? Hell, college degrees, you go to college classes. My history class was telling me about white Egyptians. They ain't even telling you accurate information in college. You know what I'm saying? They telling you the same regurgitated lies. It's a scam. It's a good scam now. It's definitely a good scam. You dig? But yeah, man, at the end of the day, I feel like it was useless. I feel like it was useless, family. Absolutely. Let me go down. Let me scroll down. I missed a lot of questions. Like I say, while you have 30 people on here, family, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. On Wednesday, when I go live on Wednesday, I go live every Wednesday and Saturday. It will be on YouTube. It will be on YouTube. I know it's only probably going to be 5 of y'all watching on YouTube, because YouTube, I only got like 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably going to be 5 of y'all watching, but go subscribe now. That way, when I go live on YouTube, you can watch the playback immediately after the YouTube video is off. You see what I'm saying? So we ain't got to worry about that no more. All this Instagram cutting off my lives and things of that nature. It ain't showing it to people. It's shadow banning the lives. We ain't got to worry about that no more. We're just going to put it on YouTube. You dig? So make sure you do that while y'all on here, family. Please. And if you haven't already, you really want to do something, go get my books, Voice of the Ancestors, Volume 1 and 2. Volume 1 is behind you. Absolute classic. I promise you, you won't regret it. The link of that is in the bio. Make sure you go get that, family. Get it for the babies as well. It's a great book to read for the kids as well. Yeah. Self-love is important as well. Self-love is important. Self-confidence. You dig? Yeah, I'm behind on the comments. You said, no rich person I know has a college degree. I know some of living okay, but not that. Yeah, a college degree, I'm telling you, family, it puts you in debt, but it's symbolism. It plays off symbolism. It's hey, I got a college degree. I'm telling you, a college degree ain't worth shit, bruh. I'm telling you, family. in today's time. Now, coming up in a different time, like the time of my parents, and even really then, a college degree wasn't that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? You can go get a trade. See, the thing is, where they got the scam is they started kind of forcing kids to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Remember, they took the trades out the schools. That's why a lot of crime went up as well. In the black neighborhoods, they took the trade. Go ask your mother and your father. Like my mother and father, they in their 40s and 50s. They'll tell you they had trade school. They had a trade in your school where you can get certified in high school to do a particular thing. You see what I'm saying? My dad had a full scholarship. My dad coming out of high school had a full scholarship to go to Mississippi Valley State in nursing. He turned it down to be a mechanic. You know, I mean, not a mechanic, a machinist. To work on machines because you could make good money back then. So he got that trade, and instead of going and getting another 4 years of school, he went and got that trade, and boom, he was straight. But they took those trades out to school. Yeah, you barely have workshop classes in school now, but you can get certified in the old days. Back in the old days, you can get certified in a particular trade. Now you can't do that. You gotta graduate high school, then you gotta go to another trade school. Then they'll promote trade schools like that. A lot of people don't know. So a lot of people go to college, get in debt, and then can't come out and get a job and say, man, listen, I want to be a mechanic. I just want some money, electrician, X, Y, and Z. And then that's how they do it. You dig? My YouTube name is Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Voice of the Ancestors Chase is my YouTube name. You said I'm in South Africa. Can I still get the book? Yes, you can get it off Amazon. Just order it off Amazon. They'll ship it to you in South Africa. I got a lot of brothers and sisters in South Africa with the book, so I know that's a fact. They always reach out. Shout out to South Africa. That's definitely a place I got to make it out to. South Africa. I've been hearing good things about my brothers and sisters in South Africa. You dig? But in comparison, it does help to market itself and make you more competitive. I mean, my thing is competitive to who? Competitive to white? Like, when you get it, this the thing, family. When you get, first of all, we have to understand as black folks, we don't really have no black-owned corporations. You got mainly white-owned corporations. So white-owned corporations, they're going to look for white college graduates. They're going to look for white college graduates. Then I told you about that minority little quota that they do. The minority quota, that just means I'm finna go get a fake $5 Indian. Then they go get some Chinese people, some Arab people. So they might let one little Tyrone at the job. And Tyrone gonna be switching around. He's a little moist. Remember, in the corporate world, they don't like black masculine men. And they don't like strong sisters with their natural hair and self-confident. They always hating on sisters in the corporate world. They always hating on strong black men in the corporate world. Only way you really getting corporate jobs now, like if you got a degree in business and things of that nature, is if you're switching around all the damn time, or if you a sister who just cooning like Candace Owens. You see what I'm saying? Just straight cooning. You got to get your white zaddy and all that type of stuff. That's just facts. I'm just telling you, family. So we got to look at it from the power dynamic. Like, okay, I got this college degree. First of all, like me personally, I graduated college with a 2.8 GPA. I didn't have no, it wasn't spectacular. I wasn't really doing that. And I was kind of like, because at the point I was like, I got my own business. I ain't really worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really worried about it at this point. I got my own business. I'm straight. You know, but I graduated with 2.8. A lot of people be graduating college with a 2.5 in business communication, and then you think you finna move to Atlanta and work at Bank of America. No, they not finna hire you, bro. They not finna hire you at all. It don't matter how fancy you make your resume look. They not finna hire you. One, because they a white-owned company. You see what I'm saying? Who finna hire white college graduates first, and then after that, they'll rather have a Chinese, or Arab, or Hispanic, or whatever in there besides a Negro. And then they're gonna have 2 or 3 Negroes in there who make it to the top because they can't seem racist. You see what I'm saying? So now you playing a very thin game, family. That's what I'm saying. You playing a very thin game. And then once you get in, they damn near you can't do nothing. That's why I get comments from a lot of brothers and sisters all the time. Man, I work at X, Y, and Z. Man, but I just can't come out and say nothing. I be feeling the same way you feel. That's how they be having. They have Negroes buck broken on these corporations. You see what I'm saying? So I would advise young brothers and sisters who's 17, 18, start working on your business. Start working on your business. Unless you're going to school for nursing, because remember, college is a business. We got it where college is kind of like a frat party type thing. It's a rite of passage. It's symbolism, like I always say. It's just something that's cool to do. I'm going to college. Man, bro, I'm finna be turned up in college. That turn up gonna cost you $90,000 to $100,000, and that's on the light end. That's on the light end. You know, one of my good friends from childhood, she went to Spelman. She came out of Spelman $200,000 in debt. Great HBCU, but she came out of Spelman $200,000 in debt. She couldn't really find the job she wanted, so she went up to a school in Boston, another $100,000. So now you $300,000, $350,000 in debt, and then you come out and get a $60,000 to $70,000 a year job, which ain't nothing. Because then you look at it, you living in New York, you living in DC, where it's already high to live. So that $70,000, that $60,000 really ain't nothing no more. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you making six figures because you got a doctorate degree, but you living in California. You living in San Francisco, where you can make six figures and still be considered below poverty. So it's a lot of factors we gotta weigh in. And Sally Mae knocking at 6 months. I know people who pay more in student loans than they do for their rent for their apartment. Sally Mae want a band every month. Your rent only $800. Then Sally Mae comes, she want that band. Oh, you can't pay it this month? Boom, here goes some interest. See, that's how they get you in the game, family. That's how they get you in the game at the end of the day. Yeah, and shit, most of these HBCUs, somebody just said it, most of these HBCUs are white owned. And named after white people. Spelman is named after Rockefeller's wife. That's a white woman. You dig? A lot of these HBCUs are white owned, as well as named after white people. You dig? But I'm just giving you my take, family. This is your brother Chase talking. You know what I'm saying? This is your brother Chase talking. If I had to do it over again, I wouldn't go to school. I would have came right out, got me a little basic job working at Walmart, because I got a hustler mindset. If I get paid $500 a week at Walmart, I'm thinking flip. Okay, I'm going to put X, Y, and Z. I'm going to put this in my stock. I'm going to go and take me out of IUL, or Index Universal Life. I'm going to put it in there. Go ahead and get my insurance fund, so I can have this money tax-free anytime I want to take it out. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Invest, at least until I learn what I want to do. College is not a place where you go to figure out what you want to do. It's a place where you go where I know what I want to do, and I know exactly what I have to do to get it. So I know I want to work in a hospital and be a nurse. I have to get a nursing degree. So boom, I'm going to college. That's how the mindset had to be. You did? Yeah, man. A lot of HBCUs are turning into PWIs. And a lot of them are in debt too, man. A lot of HBCUs, unfortunately, are in debt. You did? Yeah, Howard. Yeah, a lot of them are in debt. But family, I'm about to get off of here, family. I want y'all to make sure, like I said again, please go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Voice of the Ancestors Chase. You dig? Make sure you subscribe to that, because on Wednesday, I'm going to go live on the YouTube. I ain't got time for Instagram and keep cutting off, freezing my lives. I ain't got time for that no more. So I'm going to go live from my YouTube channels from now on. So please make sure you do that for your boy. And also, please make sure you get your books, my books, Voice of the Ancestors Volume 1 and 2. Please make sure you go do that. I really appreciate the love and support. I could not do it without y'all. And you know your boy is going to stay solid. I'm going to always keep it real with you. I'm not going to be cooning. If one day I blow up, because I know the family is going to be supporting me like crazy, and they say Chase is anti-Semitic, I'm going to go neck and neck with them. You dig? I'm not going to be up here apologizing. I'm staying solid. Because one thing about Chase is I love playing in the Negro Leagues. I'm cool playing with the Negro Leagues. I'm cool having a black all black audience. I ain't looking to cross over. I'm not looking for no white cooch. I'm not looking for no exotic cooch. I love my sisters, and I'm staying black all the way through. You dig? So make sure you go do that for your boy. And like I say, until Wednesday, peace and black power. I'm out.